right, there you go, folks. There's a public address announcer from Thad Swanson getting tonight's game underway. It is the Redcaps taking on the Riptide. Face-off underway from center. Caps win it. Doctor from the point pushes it ahead. Players tangle up for it at the blue line, knock it all the way into the Riptide zone. Joe Malloy back to get it. The captain of the Riptide flings it rink wide. Doctor recovers for the Caps. Plays to his defensive partner, Heidi. He takes a look, moves it up the boards. Oh, it's turned over, though. Out of the corner, both teams working for it. Puck flips up into the glass. No one has a beat on it, so support comes from the point for the Riptide. Puck trickles out of the zone all the way back to the Riptide line. Redcaps have to regroup at center now. Doctor trying to work in, evading one defender, working towards the middle. Doctor pressured by a couple different Riptides. Towards the net, but it's swatted away by goaltender Chris Neeson. To the point, but not out. Held in by Haar. He plays it towards the net. Two Caps right on the doorstep there. It's loose in the slot. Riptide able to recover it and move it out of the zone. Stretch pass just off the heel of the tape. It's going to rattle all the way around below the goal line here. Centering, but no one's there, so the Caps able to take advantage of it. Tipping it back out to center where Tyler Kari is after it. 13:47 still on the clock here, period one. Kari in, puts a shot on, and that one's in. Tyler Kari, what a shot from a narrow angle, and that's going to be the first goal of the night going to the Riptide. First goal of tonight's contest is not sponsored, so if you'd like to promote your business or event to our live stream audience, well, you can reach out to us at advertising@fmahockey.com, and we'll work with you on the air to get your message out. A goal coming at 13:42. Both teams tying up at center. Dumped into the Caps zone. Teams battling for it below the goal line. It rolls up the wall here. So easy for the Caps. Carey able to disrupt it at the blue line. Got hustling into the zone. Caps just swarming down there trying to free up a puck. Bartholomew has it. He works it towards the net, but it's poked away by Kari. Chipped up off the boards. Held in the zone, though, by Bartholomew. Tips up into the corner. Both teams hustling after it once more. Out of the near corner now. Gach with the shot on, and that one is right into the pads of goaltender Chris Neeson. That save is going to get a whistle, and a face-off coming up now out of the Riptide zone. Both teams look like they're changing up lines here. I think only the defensive pair for the Caps still on the ice. Everyone else, fresh skaters, fresh lungs. Official is set for the draw. It'll be to the right of goaltender Chris Neeson. Some organizational moves happening there. Riptide are set, face-off either way. Both teams battling for it here. Riptide into the offensive zone, right out front. Oh, trying to go across, and that one's just out of reach. Joe Malloy holds the point. That one flips up and towards the net. Cleared out of the way momentarily by the Caps defense. Malloy has it from the point, takes a long look, puts one on. Blocker save, it's up into the air, and his defensive pairing able to step in and sweep that away from the back doorstep. Nice save by goaltender Tristan Murrick. The Caps look to set up here out of their own zone. 12:11 still on the clock. Official with his arm up for icing. No icing, he says. Both teams had an opportunity to play it. Caps able to beat that icing out. Caps dump it in. It's deflected. Takes a weird bounce into the zone. Caps hold it in. Here's the captain, Severins, out of the corner. Watched by Malloy. And head for Steinbach. Josh Steinbach tries to play it out of the zone. He's disrupted by a Redcap. Fighting through a stick check there. Still trying to free up a puck. Finally, it rolls to Malloy. Tries to get it out into a skate. And just tipped way below the goal line here. Malloy rescues it from the side of his own net. Slings it all the way down, but no friendly sticks there. And that one's going to go for an icing call. And that's going to come at 11:26. This icing call brought to you by Urban Toad Media. From business cards to billboards, headshots, commercial, and product photography, Urban Toad Media produces the quality marketing materials that reflect the high standards of your business. Make a statement with professional graphic design and photography from Urban Toad Media. Visit urbantoadmedia.com. Both teams set on the draw here. Official ready. Face-off is away. It's one to the corner by the Riptide. To the point, Doctor, a shot on, tipped in front, and I think blocked by Joe Malloy. He races through, neutralized, chips it off the far wing, hustling into the zone. After it are the Riptide. A little give and go below the net here. Bartholomew tries to free it up. Dumped out and ahead. Here's a rush for the Caps. It's a 2-on-1. Kari back defensively. Nice stick there, Tyler Kari. Centered up front, and Doctor, he just tipped it wide. What a play by the Caps to hang with that one. Kari recovers a loose puck here. He dumps it back out to center. Now hustling into the offensive zone. Long-time Albatross. First time Riptide. Tyler Kari dumps it right out in front. That one trickles out to neutralize. Andy Bartholomew on a break. Chased down by Gilbert. Bartholomew puts a shot on, save Neeson, and he'll squeeze that one with the pads. A heck of an opportunity there from Bartholomew to maybe tie this one up. Face-off coming up out of the Riptide zone. 10:22 still to play in period number 1. Leisering wins the draw for the Riptide. Played off the glass. It rolls to the point. Held in by Hajistek. To the point. Again held at the line. Towards the net. Stolen away by Kari. And he finds Petersburg on a break. No, it tips off past his stick. Out of the corner now. Both teams battling for it. Riptide pressuring with 2. Gilbert has it here. He puts one on net. Save Murray. Puck loose, and it's swept away to the far boards. Outlet pass here, and the Caps are back through neutral ice. Out of the corner. Shot on. Ooh, it's off the side of the net. Both teams battling for it below the goal line to the point for Hajistek. He puts one on. Tipped right out front. Severins, and it's loose. No, it's a squeeze between the pads by Neeson. The Riptide goaltender up to the challenge on that one. 9:37 still on the clock, period number 1. Both teams set for the draw here. Faceoff is away. It's controlled at the point by the Caps. They swing it around the boards over the stick of Malloy. Parr has it below the goal line. Working towards the net. Loses an edge maybe, and the Riptide control. They try and flick it up the boards. Held at the line, finally tipped out. Petersburg has it with speed into the offensive zone. Petersburg in, tied up out front, gets a shot away anyway and save Murray. Pass is stolen away by Malloy, but stolen back the other way by the Caps. Here they come into the offensive zone. Severins floats it towards the net. He'll go off on a change. Good to dump the puck in and get fresh skaters out for your team. There's a cross-ice pass that's stolen away by the Caps. Played back into their own defensive zone. Doctor goes to fish it out of the corner. 8:47 on the clock. Heidi now to the far corner. Rink-wide pass for McCormick. He's into the zone right out in front. Shot on, and it's loose. Puck still loose. Oh, swept away by the Caps, Riptide defense, and another block shot saves a goal there, likely. A lot of open net to think about, but the defenseman able to step in and block that one. Here's Malloy now playing it off the player bench, but it will be an icing call. Gain the center red line if you're going to dump it that far. If your team doesn't make it to the puck first, of course you got to take the face-off all the way back down into your zone. 8:20 still on the clock, first period as we get set for the draw. So that is away. Blocked out front again. Both teams kind of seesawing out of that far corner. Malloy and Heidi battling for it here. It's hooked ahead. Josh Steinbach had it for a moment, but turned back the other way by the Caps. Finally, Malloy's got it. Looks for an outlet here. He's pressured by Heidi to the point and tipped out. Leisering has it now at neutral ice. It's a 3-on-2. Leisering into the zone with Steinbach. Trailing is Bronchtown. Out of the corner here, working it towards the net. Off the side, puck loose out front, but it's cleared away by the Caps. Doctor now hustling after it. All four of his line mates going off for a change, so he'll eat up some time. He weaves through Kari right up front. Oh, and he gets a stick on it, but a save by Neeson flicks that one up and over the net. What a play there by Doctor to hang with that one. At least, if nothing else, run some time off to let his line mates finish that change. Kari tries to swing an up-ice pass, but no friendly tape there, and that one will go for another icing call. So face-off back to the Riptide zone, still 7:20 on the clock, first period. Offensive zone draw coming up for the Caps. And they can take advantage of this one here, tie this game up at 1. Riptide have it out of their own corner, working it up the boards, held in at the line though. Turned back the other way, Severance hustles for it below the goal line. Tries to get it out front, maybe wrap it around the boards. It allows the Riptide to control. Oh, Steinbach just barely missed one there. McCormick hustling after it. Excuse me, not just like hustling after it. Pass, finds Kari, moves it ahead for Devin Schuler. Tipped on the way in. Caps will have to clear. They bounce it back out to center ice. Dumped back the other way. Riptide back into the offensive zone. Across for Schuler. Oh, Devin Schuler just loses the handle on it. Good cross-ice pass there from the Riptide. The shot is gloved away by Murick. Out of the far corner here. Spinning away from pressure. Gilbert trying to free it up. Watched by two different Caps. Loose out front. And tipped to the slot area, but no one there to help out. Finally dumped out of the zone by Severance. Both teams have to hustle after it here. Kari able to clear it through neutral ice. That does allow the Redcaps to control. If for a moment, Gilbert plays it rink wide for Schuler. Schuler spinning in, takes a look, shooting, save Murick. Another save Murick. And that one finally cleared off the boards by Hardy. Moves it ahead for Severance now. Clock under 6 minutes in period number 1. Tips all the way back up to neutral ice. Steinbach racing after it, shoveling it ahead for Gilbert. Riptide enter the zone here. Gilbert a drop pass for Malloy. Malloy a shot on save. Murick, that one below the goal line off the end boards. Working for it is Gilbert. Moved ahead and shuffled the other way by Doctor. It's a 3-on-1. Puck just out of the reach though, and Joe Malloy able to sweep it back the other way for the Riptide. Dumped into the zone. Riptide have to regroup here. Played hard off the boards and around. Held in the zone by McCormick for the Caps. It's now into the far corner. Riptide trying to clear. They do get it out, but no friendly sticks there to take advantage of it. That one's going to go all the way down again for another icing call.
Hey, hockey fans, the Fargo Moorhead Adult Hockey Club is online. Be sure to check out our website at www.fma.
All right, offensive zone draw coming up for the Caps. Puck bounces to the corner. Read a buzzer. We'll do it again. Jason Bronschow trying to get a little bit sneaky there to move into the behind the other team, but the official not going to let that happen, so we reposition and do it again. Here we are out of the far corner now. Battle of both nameless number 20s. Now out of the near corner. Slid to the point. Heidi keeps it in. Shot right across the bow of Neeson. Bartholomew puts one on, but it's blocked out front again. Bouncing towards the net, off the side of the goal even. Now it's on top, and both players will put their hands in the air, alert the official, and we'll get another face-off coming up here out of the Riptide zone. Both teams set on the draw, and it's one away by the Riptide. They hustle out of the zone. It's a 3-on-2. Devin Schuler off the near wing, tries to control. He's tangled up, though. So the point. Held in at the line. Riptide working in, weaving off the back door, shot on and loose out front still, finally in the back of the net. Not sure who finally poked it home, but the initial save made by Murrick, rebound loose out front, and the Riptide getting a late first period goal. That one's going to come with 4:04 left on the clock in frame number 1. And the officials conferring with the scorers table. We'll wait for the official announcement from public address announcer Thad Swanson on the goal. D2V pass for the Riptide. They move it ahead. Schuler looks cross ice. Ooh, and it's deflected by Heidelstein. So Schuler credited on that second goal for the Riptide. He was battling to free up a puck along the far corner. Kari able to poke it free to the point, shoveled towards the net, off the official, and back into the corner. Taking a weird bounce off the end boards, recovered by the Riptide. They look for an outlet pass here. They find it through center ice. It's Kari now on the far wing towards the net, and his centering pass just disrupted by the Redcaps defense. Gilbert working in from the point, moves towards the net, and it's poked away by the Redcaps defense one more time. Held at the line by Steinbach, though. Nice play there by the Riptide. Swung towards the net again by Gilbert. Severance recovers. Head up, he looks for an outward pass. Plays it off the boards and ahead for Har, but it's swatted away. Now puck to Malloy at neutral ice, back into the offensive zone. 2:50 left on the clock, first period. Weaving into right out in front. Disrupted there by the Caps. Severance hustles after a breakup pass. No icing, says the official. It's a foot race here. Severance first to it, puts it on, it's in! Skylar Severance beating out a play there, scores, and that brings the Caps to within 1. It's now Redcaps 1, Riptide 2. Late period goal there for the Caps. Maybe give them a little bit of momentum, a little lift there from the captain, Skylar Severance. All right, the officials are set. Both teams ready on the draw. Face-off poke to the point. Caps defense knocking it back the other way. And then dumped into the zone for an icing call. So that'll bring us all the way down to that Riptide zone. It sounds dangerous, doesn't it? A Riptide zone? Like a lifeguard alert or sea level, I don't know, tsunami warning maybe, some kind. Anyway, face-off is away. It's to the point. Doctor handles here. Plays to his defensive partner Heidi with space. Puts a shot on. Blocked off 2 shin pads. And into the corner. Flung up out of the zone. Malloy battling for with Heidi. Rolls free to Doctor. Doctor punches it in for Gok. Intercepted by Malloy. Flicks it back out the other way. Heidi again. Dumping it forward. Intercepted by Leisering. Working towards the net, but a nice play by Heidi disrupts that pass. Loose out front. Steinbach trying to get it towards the net, but it's disrupted by McCormick, and the Caps head back the other direction. They are through neutral ice. The Caps into the offensive zone. Shot on, blockered away by Neeson into the corner. Shot back there, bounces weirdly to the point. McCormick fires one on right into the chest protector of Neeson, and he'll squeeze that with the glove for a whistle. Face-off coming up again out of the Riptide zone. 1:42 still on the clock in period number 1. The team really winning the draw cleanly. Riptide do come away with it. Played rink wide for Kari. Kari hustling now. Delays to spin away from pressure, plays it rink wide, and zone interview for the Riptide. A little drop pass there. Devin Schuler has shot, and he finds the back of the net on that one. It's going to make it 2 for Schuler tonight, 3 for the Riptide, and with only a minute 23 left, it's now Riptide 3, Redcaps 1. Face-off coming up here at center ice. Here we go. Both teams set for the draw. Official leans in. Faceoff is away. Schuler trying to free up a puck, but it's tipped out of the zone by Hajistek. Tyler Carr, couple of loose puck, plays to his defensive partner here. Steve forward. Intercepted though by Hajistek. Caps into the offensive zone. Spinning away from pressure. Schuler stepping in with a poke check. Tyler Carr scoops up his puck and heads the other direction. 55 seconds left as Carr weaves his way into the zone. Calling for a pass from the point, but he floats it right through the crease instead. Almost an opportunity, but Cronshaw was tied up on the back door. Shoveled towards the net, it rolls just wide. Out of the corner here, Hajistek spinning away from pressure. Caps looking to maybe get it up ice. They flick it ahead. 30 seconds left as the Caps are in on a break. Here's a shot, ooh, and just wide of the net. Malloy coming up with a loose puck out of the corner. Heads back the other way for Hunt. It's off the heel of his stick though. Heidi plays it back the other way again for the Caps. 20 seconds as we're into the Riptide zone. Malloy spinning away from pressure, playing it high off the boards. The official has to duck for cover. And that'll be no icing. Second official waves it off as we had a chance to play it. 7 seconds left. Heidi trying to run up some time. Outlet pass intercepted, a shot, and it's in! That one's in with half a second left. Holy cow, folks. I think Kyle Petersburg got that one. Man, he stick taps there from the bench, stick taps there from your Riptide goaltender. Everybody appreciating that one. And with half a tick left on the clock, the officials and teams elect to just hit the buzzer and head back to the benches to talk some strategy for period number 2. Second period coming up. In the meantime, why don't you check out FMAhockey.com to see all the game schedules, standings, statistics, all those things, all the stuff. It's all at FMAhockey.com. We'll be back in just a few. And we're back, folks. Period number 2. It's FMA Hockey. Riptide up by 3 in this one. Riptide 4, Redcaps 1, but Redcaps pressuring early out of their own zone. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Gilbert rather. Played back the other way, racing in. Oh, and the puck just rolls off his stick. Out of the corner here, slung to the point. D pass for Malloy. It's off his skate, bouncing around. Working out of the corner, Joe Malloy swats it away and back to the point. Diving to block the shot is Gok. Caps able to tip it out of the zone. That one rolls all the way around. No icing, says the official. We had a chance to play it. So Malloy has to go back and recover it. Joe Malloy spinning from pressure. Gok watching him closely below the goal line here. Loaded through neutral ice. Gilbert has it here. Doctor with a poke check, and Gilbert's just going to dump it in to allow his team to go off for a change. Heidi has it here. Watched by Steinbach. Center ice pass nicely by Tar into the offensive zone. Tar working, spinning. Drop pass there for Stock. He's tied up right up front. Puck loose, still loose, into some skates and sticks, and finally Steinbach able to get it out of the zone. Ian Pronchow through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Trailing is Petersburg. Loose puck and Haar recovers. It's a 3-on-2 back the other way now. Haar off the far wing. Hodgestek racing towards the net. Centering pass, but no one's there to take advantage of it. Out of the corner now. This team's tying up for it. A deflection from Stock, but Neeson able to hang with it. Caps have it out of the zone. Oh, there's a shot on. Another save, Neeson. Little one-timer opportunity there from Hodgestek. Puck dumped back into the zone. Stock has it below the goal line. Right out front and off a backhander. Oh, can't handle it cleanly. Puck now below the goal line. Both teams battling for it there. To the point again. Hodgestek with a look. It's blocked out front. Here we go the other way for the Riptide. Peterson has it. Or excuse me, Petersburg. Yeah, and he puts a shot on. He scores. Kyle Petersburg with a blocked shot forcing a breakaway. And that's going to be a 5th Riptide goal in this one. That one's going to come at 12:39. Hey, and don't forget, folks, coming up on January 17th, it's High Five Night. So at Shields Arena in Fargo, the first 500 fans into the arena will get a high five from the production crew. Just have to see me in the production booth to collect your high five, and I guarantee you it'll be crispy. Riptide out of the corner, offensive zone. Schuler has it, takes a look, delays, back for Kari. Kari puts a shot on, hard shots, and that one's I've been there. Can we go to commercial? Do we have a? We don't have it. In the meantime, check out FMAhockey.com for all the league standings, schedule, statistics, player bios, all those things. All right, looking down on the ice, everybody's stretching out the affected player, loosening it up. Smiles from everyone around. He's up and he's moving around. It's a heck of an effort from your teammates to block a shot like that. So you hear all the stick taps there from both sides. Everyone happy to see somebody get up and back into the game. Right out front, swatted away by Murrick, and it bounces in. I'm not sure how it looked like it took a weird bounce off his paddle. Maybe ended up in the back of the net. In any case, that's going to be another goal tonight for these Riptides. That one's going to make a Riptide 6. The Redcaps 1. That one's going to come at 12:09 here, period number 2. I think Riptides is plural for Riptide. Riptides? I don't know what else it would be. But if anybody knows, let me know in the comments below what the plural would be for a Riptide. Right here, public address announcer Thad Swanson on the call again. Devin Schuler tallying another one tonight. Doctor out of his own zone now for the Caps. Plays it rink wide for Stock. Stock into the offensive zone. Puck slides away from him. Trying to hold it down low. Hayden puts one on. It's blocked out front. Towards the net. Doctor working in through traffic, and that one's loose. He still got it. Shot on, but saved Neeson. What an angle there for Doctor. He almost was able to finish it on that one. Joe Malloy headed back the other way. He'll float it in on net, go off for a change. Murrick out with the glove to get a whistle. Face-off coming up for his team out of the Redcap zone. 11:07 on the clock here, period number 2. Where the Riptide had that late first period goal. Late goal, half a second left in fact. Maybe giving them a little bit of momentum here in period number 2. Hunt has it from the corner, puts one through the slot. Petersburg can't quite pull the trigger on it. And the Redcaps hustle through neutral ice in the offensive zone. A shot on. Blocker saved by Neeson. Kicks to the near corner. The team's battling for it there. Doctor has it from the point. It's watched by two different Riptide. And played into the corner. Saved Neeson, but the puck trick was free. Heidi has it. Puts one on. It's blocked. It's off the post. Heidi with an opportunity here, trying to work it towards the net. Another save, Neeson on a backhander. Still working at it is Bartholomew. Puck is loose. No one can get a stick on it to push it in. Everybody's chaos in front. Then Neeson getting some pats on the helmet from his line mates, appreciative of his effort to keep that one out. Boy, that one just lay there. It seemed like forever in the crease. All kinds of sticks swatting at it. No one could either get it out or in. They're just stuck in limbo. It'll be Gok and Petersburg on the draw. Good to see Gok back on the ice after. We got a little skate tying situation. Those goaltender pads, the big pads have a thingamajig that ties around your skate, and that keeps your pad in place and from moving around, and lets you do some stuff like push off the post with your pad and do some kinds of things. And there's sort of two kinds of things. There's you can use like skate laces and tie it, or you can get like these rubber bandy things, kind of like a bungee cord type system, and it clips in, holds your pads onto your skate. Couple shots here from the Riptide. Still battling here with their 5-goal lead. Puck bounces up off the glass and like it was never coming down, causing enough confusion to cause two Riptides to crash into each other. Oh, and here's Gilbert working his way in, doing a little move there, and Gilbert finishes on that one, and that extends the Riptide lead to 6. It's now Riptide 7. Redcaps 1, 9:46 left on the clock here, period number 2. Face-off is away. McCormick dances through neutral ice in the offensive zone, puts one on, a little bit wide of the net. It bounces to the corner. Malloy has it here. Trying to escape, he'll sling it all the way around the boards, out to neutral ice, all the way down. Not enough steam for icing. The speedy Josh Steinbach able to get to it first. Man, is he fast on skates. Stock intercepts one here, pokes it ahead. Riptide able to control. Devin Schuler with some time to set up a play here. Near neutral ice, he finds Leisering. Shuffles it ahead for Steinbach. Here's the speedy Josh Steinbach into the zone. Clear it all the way down. That'll be an icing call. It has the steam. So that'll bring a face-off back into the Riptide zone. And this icing call brought to you by Urban Toad Media. From business cards to billboards, headshots, commercial, and product photography, Urban Toad Media produces the quality marketing materials that reflect the high standards of your business. Make a statement with professional graphic design and photography from Urban Toad Media. Visit urbantoadmedia.com. Shot on save Murick, and he'll put a glove on that and give us a whistle. Face-off coming up again to his right. 8:39 on the clock, period number 2. Har wins it for the Caps. Back for Doctor. Doctor spins away from some pressure. Pulls it up ice, but it's intercepted there. Riptide have it out of the corner. Trying to get it towards the slot area, but it's stolen away by Har. chugs his way through the neutral zone here with Bartholomew. Puck swept off his stick by keeper from behind. Puck back out into the capped zone. Doctor will have to recover it. Watched by Steinbach. Doctor through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Doctor in a shot into the trapper. Glove save there by Neeson. So faceoff coming up now out of the Riptide zone. Centerman tie up on the draw. Hunt able to strip it free for the Riptide. Petersburg trailing. Hunt watched by Heidi. Puck stripped loose, floated towards the net, loose out front. And Hodgestek steps in to rescue it. Bartholomew through neutral ice. Hodgestek off the far wing, works through one defender, maybe two. Tyler Kari with a missing stick. He recovers and gets set. Shot on from Hodgestek, and he finds the back of the net on that one. So these Redcaps aren't done yet. That one's going to come at 7:29, period number 2, and that cuts that Riptide lead to only 5. So we're making a game out of this one yet. Both teams set at center. Faceoff is away. Unable to come away with it cleanly yet. Kiefer has it into the offensive zone for the Riptides. It's a shot on, gloved away by Murek, and loose maybe. His defensive pairing stepping in to keep some sticks on it. There it is, under his equipment, under those big old pads. .7:12 still on the clock. Period number 2 as we get set for the draw to the left of netminder Tristan Murek. Faceoff is away. Tying up again. Caps push it to the point. Malloy with the shot. It's off the far post and in. Holy cow, Joe Malloy, seeing eye puck, finds its way to the back of the net. And there's a 8th goal for the Riptide going to the captain, Joe Malloy. Not just is he the captain of the Riptide, but he's my neighbor too. And I'll tell you what, he's got some wicked awesome azalea bushes. Like, no one else can even hold a candle to those azalea bushes. Just a phenomenal gardener, if I ever did see one. Okay, faceoff is away. Gilbert controls for the Riptide. Moving his way in, weaving. Up on a backhand, shovels it towards the net. Save Murek. Puck cleared away by his defensive pair. They'll look for an outlet pass here. Both teams kind of dumping back and forth here at center. Finally recovered by McCormick. Works his way in. He's watched by Malloy. Towards the net, stolen away by Stock. And Malloy first to a loose puck here. He races through center with Bronch now. Off the far wing, tying up with Severance. Puck free, turnover for Malloy. Shot on blocker, save Murek. It goes over the net. Out of the corner here. Ooh. And Malloy losing an edge. And he's going to go off for an Advil or a drink of water, or people still get back rubs on the bench or not. But so face-off coming up here. Looks like Heidi will go off on the penalty. I'm not sure what it was. My trip would be my guess, but we'll wait for the call. It'll be a Riptide power play coming up. 6:18 on the clock here in period 2. Power plays, of course, 1:30. Face-off is away, controlled by the Riptide. Doctor pushes it out. He hustles through center. He's got Har with him. Doctor in, short-handed, weaving. He puts a shot on. Oh, and it's just wide of the net. Hard off the inboards. It rings around. Gilbert has it here. I do clear it off on the penalty kill. It was Heidi going to the box for 1:30 on the tripping call. Riptide play it ahead. Here's Gilbert. Turned over though. Hodgestek has it. Tries to shuffle through a defender. He makes it through one. Har weaving in through some traffic. Still fighting for a puck, but it's poked away by Kari. Riptide still control. They dump it back the other direction. Doing a good job of running some time off on this penalty. Almost picked and gone the other way. Riptide have it here at center. They'll have to tag up to avoid the offside. Trying to work it through. Doctor steps in to support. He's watched by 4 different Riptide into the zone. Out of the corner here, shot on, save Neeson. Puck loose out front. Doctor floats one on. It's off the post and out. Cleared out of the zone by the Riptide defense. There's a shorthanded bid for the Redcaps. They look to regroup here. Still in the power. There's a turnover. It's Gilbert back the other way. Gilbert in, weaving on a backhander. Save Murick. Puck kicks away to the corner. 6 seconds left on the penalty. It's dumped all the way down. Gok hustling after it. Working against Kari. Freed up a puck here. Tries to get it to a trailing Bartholomew. Would have been wide open right in the slot area, but the Riptide defense able to hang with it. Clock down to 4:40 now, period number 2. Doctor pushes the puck around the boards, high off the end glass. Riptide back the other way. Here's Schuler working in off a backhand. It's a hard backhand chance on. Saved by Murick, and the Redcaps head back the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Led by Bartholomew. Bartholomew, and he's got Heidi across. Bartholomew, a shot on off the post. Holy cow, he had a little bit of room to work with, but he just did ring it off the post. Bartholomew down low now, tying up with Schuler. Puck tipped out of the zone, and Petersburg able to get to it with Steinbach, delaying, weaving. Shot on, save Murick, and that one bounces right back out to his defenseman, Severance. Plays it up to neutral ice for Bartholomew into the offensive zone. Bartholomew weaving in, can't quite pull to the forehand before it's swept off his tape. 3:43 left in the period. Bartholomew goes high, finds Severance, tipped the other way. Here's Steinbach with speed. Josh Steinbach on a break, weaving out of the corner. Steinbach in, puts one on, he scores! Josh Steinbach, what a finish on that one. Holy cow, folks. There's a Riptide goal coming for you at 3:33 in period number 2. Both teams getting set on the draw. This up is away. Gilbert able to get a stick on it for a moment anyway. He controls now in the offensive zone. Gilbert weaving in, centering, and just off the stick of Hunt. Doctor stepping into support out of the corner, swept away by Gilbert again. Just spinning away from pressure. Looks for Severance with the shot on, but it's blocked by Gilbert. Out of the zone goes Hunt. Tipped off the glass. It's going to roll all the way down, and it'll be an icing call. The official says it does not gain the center red line, so we'll bring face-off back to the Riptide zone. 2:59, period number 2, and that icing call brought to you by Urban Toad Media. From business cards to billboards, headshots, commercial, and product photography, Urban Toad Media produces the quality marketing materials that reflect the high standards of your business. Make a statement with professional graphic design and photography from Urban Toad Media. Visit urbantoadmedia.com. Out of the corner now, Har trying to work. He's tied up by 4 different Riptide. They're just winning some puck battles tonight is that powder blue team. Doctor a shot on out front. Screened was Neeson, but he made the save. To the point now, Heidi has it. Puts one towards the net, blocked into the corner. Off the boards, it does trickle out. Both teams hustling after here, trying to run down a loose puck. Doctor cuts down the angle, shot on from Murick, and that one kicks to the near corner. Caps look to poke it out. They're not able to. A diving play from Schuler, able to hold that one in. Doctor able to scoop up a loose puck though. Redcaps through neutral ice, led by Doctor, weaving in the offensive zone, tied up with Kari. Players battling to free up a puck. It finally comes loose to Gilbert. To the point and out. Gilbert pokes it ahead for Petersburg. Holding the line is Heidi. Nice play there by the Caps defense when he finds Bartholomew cross ice. Bartholomew in, puts a shot on. Tied up by Pronch now though, blocking the shot there. The Riptide defenseman. Loose right out front and poked in by Stock. Holy cow. That one was off a skate boot, it looked like, and then Puck bouncing right to Stock. He's able to finish on that one, and that's going to be a Redcaps goal. That one's going to come at 1:47 in period number 2. It's now Riptide 9, Redcaps 3. Face-off is away here. Riptide have it. Peterberg moves across for Schuler. Schuler working in. Tries to put a shot off, but loses the handle on it. Flick back the other way. And Riptide have it here. Look to move it up ice. Looking to spring Steinbach. They find him waiting at the blue line. Steinbach in, fires, and he's tied up on the shot by Severance. Puck comes free back to the corner. Steinbach still trying to get it towards the net. Sprawling loose out front. Able to float it in there for Petersburg. Puck loose in the crease, but Murick's going to get a glove on that and cover it for the whistle. Face-off coming up now in the Caps zone. 1:09 left to play here in period number 2. South is away, poked out of the zone by the Caps. It's going to roll, not enough steam for icing. Gock puts one on, loose out front. Bartholomew, Stock has it, the recent goal scorer for the Caps. 52 seconds as both players try and fish the puck out of the corner. Centering pass for Steinbach. A clearing attempt catches him in the belly, so he's able to hang with it. Severance has it there. Clearing attempt almost out off the side of the net, and Murick's going to get a glove on that for another whistle. Face-off coming up with 38 seconds here, period number 2, and the Caps are going to opt for fresh skaters and get some rested players out there for the last 38 seconds. Face-off is away. No one can control it cleanly. Riptide able to come up with it. Moving it to the point. Just out of reach, though. Held in at the line. Down low. Gilbert has it. Working against Doctor. Doctor tries to free it up. Below the goal line. Haar takes a look. Thinks about spinning away from pressure, but decides against it. With speed off the far wing into the offensive zone. He's got Hodgestick with him. Haar in towards the net, and Neeson's going to stop that one with a big old pad off the side of the net. Defenseman apologizes for crashing into the side of the net. You hate to take out your own goaltender. 7 seconds left, period number 2. Some adjustments to the net, and we're ready for a face-off here. It's away, Riptide control. To move it out and just run some time off. Floated it on net over the top, though. And there's the buzzer for the end of period number 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. So we got period number 3 coming up right after this. It's FMA Hockey. All right, welcome back, folks. It's period number 3 from Shields Arena. Faceoff is underway. Both teams contesting it at center. Hodgetech comes away with it. Trying to weave in, but he's disrupted by Kari, the Riptide defenseman. Excellent play there. Hunt has it out of the corner. Looks to get it across the board. Stolen away, though, by Hodgetech. Shoveling a backhander on the net, and it's an early goal for the Riptide. That one's going to come with less than 20 seconds off the clock, 14:41, and that's going to make it now Riptide 9, Redcaps 4. Well, the officials conferring with the scorers table. We get set here. Faceoff is away, bouncing back and forth between teams. Only the Riptide able to come away with it. Schuler tries to center it through the skates of Hunt, back out to center ice. Riptide rather, offsides and battling for the puck. Of course, touch up on the puck on the offsides. That brings the faceoff back to neutral ice. So we'll do this one here from neutral territory. 14:24 on the clock still. Period number 3. Faceoff is away. It's poked to the point, but hustling back to get it. Kari is watched by Stock. Turning the other way now for the Redcaps. Dumped into the zone by Bartholomew. Both teams will have to hustle to chase it here. Ponch now has it out of the corner. Tipped ahead. It's a foot race here. Petersburg. Oh, a nice pass to Schuler. Schuler from the slot. Oh, he just blows it wide of the net. He's staring at the lights. He had one there. Back the other way now. Bartholomew looks to set something up. Goes rink wide for Severance into the offensive zone. Tipped back the other way and out. Heidi recovers, and the Redcaps will have to regroup here. Dumped back in. Neeson watches it rattle around as Ponch now has it. Played ahead, turned over for Bartholomew. Right out front, shot loose, and it's in. Holy cow, Severance on the back door, able to finish on the rebound. And that's 2 for the Redcaps captain tonight. That one is now Riptide 9, Redcaps 5, and that one's going to come at 13:29 in period number 3. Both teams set on the draw. Bartholomew tips it forward. Dumps back out of the zone by the Riptide. Rink wide for Steinbach. With speed, he'll rattle it around the boards looking for support. Doctor steps to it first, wins it off his forehand, spins away from pressure for a moment, but it's stolen away by the Riptide. Now out of the other corner. Steinbach slings it back around the other direction. Both teams still fighting for it along that far wall. And finally, it does just roll over the blue line and out. Riptide have to touch up to avoid the offsides. Oh, and they're just too early on the zone entry. Holy cow. Boy, that's one of the things that the coach would say is if you're offside, you got to hustle to get back. And Riptide not able to do it well. And we'll bring a face-off back to neutral ice. Gilbert wins it. He's got one defender to beat. Heidi's back, goes for a stick check. Gilbert walking through it, and he just tucks it in. 5-hole. What a nifty little maneuver to get through the Riptide defense. And then from an off-balanced position, he slides it under the goaltender. And that one's going to make it now. Riptide 10 and Redcaps 5. So Redcaps able to build a little bit of momentum out of the gate. Maybe the Riptide getting back into it now here after maybe being on their heels a little bit in the early part of this period. Still 12:36 left to play, so lots of hockey here in period number 3. Into the zone, hard trying to work through a defender. Gets one on, blocker save Neeson. Recovering it is Hodgesek. Working away from pressure. It's swept off his stick though. Steinbach collects a loose puck, moves it up ice. Into the offensive zone. Gilbert, the recent goal scorer, he's got 2 tonight. Ooh, and right in the glove. Murick able to hang with it on the deflection. Gets a whistle. Face-off coming up now out of the Riptide zone. 12-11 still on the clock here. Period number 3. So both teams getting set for the draw, making some adjustments here. Face-off is away. It's controlled. Oh, for a moment now it's tipped out by Bartholomew. He's still racing after it, trying to beat Kari. Bartholomew in, puts a shot on blocker, save Neeson, and that one kicks to the near wall. Still battling for it are the Caps right out front from the slot. Oh, and Gok puts one wide of the net. Holy cow, Bartholomew out of the corner now. Back for Gok, same play over his tape. He puts it towards the net, loose out front, and no one can knock it home. Finally off the boards and ahead, held in at the line by Lattori. Back to the point, Gok taking a chance on it, but it's swept off his stick by Petersburg. Hustling back for it, Lattori tying up for it there. Petersburg centers for Pronk now, and that one's just wide of the net. Back to the slot, swatted away again by Gok. And this one rattles out of the zone. Petersburg and the Riptide will have to set up again. Here they are from neutral ice, looking to move, make a play. Kari searches for an opening. He gets a punch now. Now rink wide, intercepted though by the Caps. Parr has it, knocked off his tape though, and back the other direction. Shot on, save Murick, rebound loose, wraparound attempt. Oh, and it's knocked off his tape too. Back the other direction, the Caps dump it in, and they'll use the opportunity to change a few skaters anyway, get some fresh legs out on the ice as the Riptide control out of their own zone. 10:44 on the clock here. Period number 3. Parr with the zone entry. Working in. Doctor on the back door. He finishes. Neeson with the initial save, but Doctor able to hang with the rebound and knock that one in. So there's going to be a goal again for the Redcaps. That's going to make it now Riptide 10, Redcaps 6. Face-off coming up here at center. It's won by the Riptide. Doctor, the recent goal scorer, in. Weaving through a stick check, puts one on, he scores again! Through a screen, he beats the goaltender, and that's 2 goals in quick succession for the Redcaps. Oh boy, folks, that's going to make it now Riptide 10, Redcaps 7. Still 10:27 on the clock here in the period. Face-off is away. It's back to the Riptide zone. Kiefer, the offensive zone, weaving through a couple sticks. Out of the corner now. He looks for a play. Moves it down low for Gilbert. Gilbert now searching. Watched by Doctor. Just flicks it out of the zone. It jumps over the tape of McCormick. And Kiefer tries to lift that one ahead, but he dumps it accidentally into the player bench. So they'll throw the puck back out to the official, and we'll get a draw here at neutral ice. 9:59 now, period number 3. Redcaps trail by 3. Bartholomew now into the offensive zone, watched by a couple different Riptide, puts one on into the glove of Chris Neeson. So face-off coming up now out of the Riptide zone. This team's set on the draw, poked away. Gilbert through neutral ice. He's got Steinbach with him, tries to center, but it's into the skates of Lattori. Riptide still control. Played towards the net, working it in. Off the side of the net, though, is the shot. Gilbert still below the goal line. Gok comes away with a loose puck. Looks for an outlet and sees none, so he'll weave off the boards. Played ahead for Bartholomew. It's out of his reach. That allows the Riptide to control. Tip the other way. Petersburg frees up that puck. Works in off the back door. Gilbert a shot, but nice save by Murick to break that one up. Good job there by the Redcaps netminder. Into the offensive zone. Stock tries to work through a defender, but not able to. Stock coming up with a loose puck. It's blocked by Petersburg. Through neutral ice, poked away by Heidi. Petersburg recovers. Oh, it's turned over for Heidi. Into the offensive zone, watched by Kari. Puts one on. Oh, and he just loses the handle on it. Holy cow. 2-on-1 opportunity there for the Redcaps. Just fails to materialize. 8:30 now on the clock. Period number 3. Outlet pass finds Ponchnow off the far wing. Stolen away by Doctor. He looks for something off the near boards. Finds Severance. Tipped ahead for Hodgestek. Intercepted by the Riptide. Moved ahead again for Ponchnow. Doctor again steps in to support. Doctor for the Redcaps. Still looking to set up. Moves ahead for McCormick. Off the boards. Into the offensive zone. Here's Doctor. Puts one on. It's off a toe. Loose out front. And toe save there from Neeson. Keeps his team at a 3-goal lead. Ponch now has it. Tries to move it ahead. Intercepted by Hodgestek. Nope, turned back the other way. Hodgestek into the offensive zone. A 2-on-1 with Doctor. Shot. Ooh, and a pad save by Neeson. Loose out front, and Doctor collects a rebound. And on the back door, finds the back of the net. So last 3 goals, I believe, going to Doctor. Hat trick for him tonight. That goal is going to come halfway through the period. 7:31, and it's going to pull the Redcaps to within 2. Holy cow, folks! They were down by 6 at one point. They've just never given up. They've added goal after goal after goal, coming back at least with 4. Still half a period of hockey left to play. This is still anybody's game here, folks. Moved ahead, flipped away by Petersburg. Riptide in the offensive zone. Shot from Steinbach, blocked and save. And Murick kicks another shot to the corner. Redcaps have it here. They look to break out of the zone. Stock has it. Puck support from McCormick. McCormick working against Petersburg. Puts it off the side of the net. It bounces free out front. Gilbert tying up a little bit with Bartholomew. Pass off Bartholomew's skate, and the Riptide will have to regroup a bit here. Comes all the way the other direction. Ooh, intercepted here by Gilbert. Gilbert working his way in. Puts a shot on, and a nice stick from Latore is able to disrupt that shot. Gilbert again working towards the net. Redcaps defense trying to clear him out of the way. Up loose and shoveled ahead for McCormick. McCormick now through neutral ice. Got Hodgestek puts a shot on. It's hard, but it's over the top of the net. Rattled around the boards to the point. Severance puts it loose out front, looking for a tip. It's almost there. Again, a shot off a pad of Neeson. Bounces the other direction. It's a foot race. Heidi being chased by Steinbach. Heidi plays it off the boards for Severance. Severance tips it ahead. Bartholomew has it. Floats one in, and he'll go off for a change. So Redcaps using that dump in to change some tired skaters, get fresh legs out on the ice. Clock now just under 6 minutes, period number 3. T-to-D pass for Kari. Kari with his head up. Nice outlet. Oh, but it's just off the stick of Hunt. Hunt and Doctor battling for it out of the corner. Doctor comes away with it, if only for a moment. He's watched by a couple different Riptide. Dumps back into the zone. Riptide will have to tag up to avoid the offside. Good there, but that allows the Redcaps to control. Dump back the other way. Hodgestek weaving in. Hodgestek takes a look, fires. Blocker save Neeson. It kicks up to the glass. Not quite sure what it is. It's right under him. Oh, did they get it? And no clear indication yet, but Neeson did fall on it. So what an opportunity there for the Redcaps. Almost able to poke that one in as it lay right between the feet of the Riptide netminder. Chaos in front of the net, and the officials blow the whistle after the puck is fallen on, frozen, I guess. Kari controls now after the draw. Watched below the net by Hodgestek. Dumped ahead for punch now. Stolen though by Har. He takes a look here. Right out front is Hodgestek when it doesn't connect, but Doctor in. His shot a little wide of the net. It's out of the corner. Har with the puck. Gets across for Doctor. Doctor loose. Oh, and it's swept away by Kari. Nice play there by the Riptide defenseman. Heidi now. Franch now and Hodgestek tying up for a puck. That one can free it up cleanly. Heidi steps into support after it comes free. A backhander's wide of the net as he's tied up on the shot. Puck now out of the near corner. 4:26 left on the clock, period number 3. Hodgestek has it loose out front. Tipped by Severance. And that one's in the back of the net. There's a hat trick for the Redcaps captain. And that's going to bring them to within 1 goal. It's now Riptide 10, Redcaps 9. There are still 4 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the 3rd period. So now you kind of have to ask those questions of, if you're the Redcaps, do you think about pulling your goaltender at some point? Maybe it's a little early yet, but the clock ticks away. You had a lot of good zone pressure there on those last couple shifts. You pull the goalie for that extra attacker. We'll see. Laturi dumps it in, but it's a nice call. So that one's going to come all the way back to the Redcap zone. Looks like it'll be Prinsberg on, Lesering on Stock on the draw. Stock wins it to the wing. McCormick has it here. He marches up ice, chips it ahead for Gach. Into the offensive zone. Loose right out front. The entire Riptide bench trying to call that offside, but the official seeing it all the way and clearly not offside from here. But you can plead your case, I guess. Oh, here's Gilbert with the goal, and he scores now, and that's going to restore that 2-goal lead for those Riptide. Riptide now 11, Redcaps 9, but there still is nearly 4 whole minutes on the clock. 3:47 left to play here, period number 3. Lesering and Stock on the draw again. Controlled by the Caps, pushed up the boards. Gach has it. He tries to play it off the boards. It's stolen away. Shoveled back for Stock. Zone entry there for Bartholomew. He works one in. It's tied up on a shot, so it rolls over the net. Keeper has it. He'll play it on the boards. Taking out the point. Punched towards the net. Blocked out front, though. Stock blocking the pass there. Nice play there by the Caps to keep the puck in their zone. 3:10 on the clock here. Bartholomew working after one. Working towards the net. Tied up front. Tries to get a backhander away, but it's off the side of the net. Shot off a pad. And again off the side of the net. Here's Gilbert. He'll flick it up ice. Gach has it here. He's watched closely, though. He'll have to get rid of it to McCormick. McCormick now plays it off the boards for Doctor. A little bit too much energy on it. And rings all the way around for the Riptide. Dumped into the zone, just out of the reach by Petersburg, and that'll be an icing call. So that icing call is going to bring the faceoff all the way down to the Riptide zone. Still 2:32 left to play on the clock. Riptide down by 2. Excuse me, Redcaps down by 2. Riptide up by 2. Murek still in his net. Face-off is away to the point for Doctor. Doctor's shot blocked up front. It hits the end glass. Now Heidi takes a look. Again, tipped out front and helped over the net by Neeson. Below the goal line here to the point. Steinbach tries to tip it out of the zone, but Heidi's first to it. Right out front. Saved by Neeson. Ooh, and a wraparound attempt on the backhander. Just slides through the keeps. Heidi has it here. He'll play it off the far boards as he's pressured. That allows Har to pick it up on the forehand. Into the offensive zone. Har, a shot. Pad save Neeson. That kicks to the near corner. Murek to the bench. We're 6 attackers now for the Redcaps. Hodgestek working in. Off a backhander puck. Loose out front. Shot from Har. Save Neeson. That one kicked to the corner. It might trickle out. No, Heidi holds the line. 1:47 left to play here. Caps move it up top for Doctor. Doctor now with the look. With space. His shot tied up and it bounces off the end boards. Loose again. It poked through the crease. Hodgestek's had a couple of those on this shift. Can't quite get it cleanly. And there, from his knees, Devin Schuler on the empty net, and that's going to make it now a 3-goal Riptide lead. That one's going to come at 1:28 in period number 3. All right, faceoff is away. Controlled by the Riptide, dumped into the zone by Tyler Kari. Below the net here, 1:20 left in the period. Tipped up and ahead by the Caps, back out to neutral ice. Kari plays it right back the other way. Bartholomew handles, he finds Stock at the center red line. Into the offensive zone, McCormick with a chance. Oh, and he can't quite pull the trigger on it, but I think we're going to get a tripping penalty here. McCormick, I think, hauled down from behind. Kiefer will go to the box. So it's still a Redcaps power play for the next 59 seconds. Maybe they tally a quick one here, and then we'll see what happens. It looks like they're already pulling the goalie, so it's going to take me a minute to catch up on this math. It'll be a 6-on-4 power play here. One minute left, rink wide for Har. Kari trying to block it, move to the point. Vittori back for Har. Watched by Kari. Down low, McCormick moving it right up front. Kari has it, and he'll dump that all the way down. 39 seconds. He's going to rattle around the boards. Gok hustling after it. Watched by Ponch now. Played off the boards and ahead for Har. 28 seconds. Our puck swept off his stick by Petersburg, and then Petersburg swept off the ice by his own momentum. Stock tips it into the zone. Gok back for Stock. And that one rattles wide of the net from below the goal line here, floating it up and over, and McCormick alley-oops and throws it into the net. That's Michael Jordan style. You get, I don't know, style points is all you get in the NBA dunk competition. No points in hockey because you can't, of course, throw the puck into the net. So with 8.3 seconds left on the clock, that'll bring a face-off all the way down to the Redcaps zone. They get set for the draw here. Face-off is away to the points. Kari puts a shot on blocked up front by Bartholomew to the far corner. Back again for Kari. Kari winds, fires, and right into the trapper of Murek. But that's going to be the buzzer. That's your final in game number 1. It's Riptide's 12. Redcaps with an exceptional battle back, but fall short 9. Don't go anywhere, though, folks. We'll be back very soon with game number 2 for tonight. It'll be a handsome Secrets team taking on an Albatross squad. We'll see what happens in that one. Game number 2 coming up right after this. Stay tuned. It's FMA Hockey.